Thank you, Gimba, and welcome to Sports News. Nigeria's Super Falcons are intensifying preparations for tomorrow's international friendly against France. Coach Thomas Dernaby had the full complement of his team, with all invited 18 players being put through their paces in today's training sessions. Nigeria will face their French counterparts on Friday at the Le Mans Stadium as preparations get underway for the 2018 African Women's Cup of Nations qualifiers. And USM Algiers have arrived Lagos ahead of Saturday's CAF Confederations Cup final qualifying round, first leg against Plateau United. The Algerians arrived on Thursday morning before they went to the Agege Stadium to have a feel of the pitch. Stand-in coach Miloud Hamdi admits that Plateau United will be tough to beat, hence his players must grit their loins to earn a win and avoid defeat in Lagos. Meanwhile, South Africa's Victor Gomez has been appointed as centre referee for the match. He will be assisted by compatriots Johannes Moshidi and Atkinkosi Ngongeni. And in the Europa League, Arsenal defeated Russian side CSKA Moscow 4-1 in the Emirates to edge close to a place in the semi-final of the tournament. Aaron Ramsey and Alexander Lacazette scored a brace each as Arsene Wenger's men thoroughly outclassed their opponents. Former champions Atletico Madrid beat Portuguese side Sporting Lisbon 2-0 at the Estadio Wanda Metropolitano. Elsewhere, Italian giants Lazio beat Red Bull Salzburg of Austria 4-2, while RB Leipzig beat Marseille 1-0. Tennis now, on world number one Rafael Nadal will play his first match since January's Australian Open in Spain's Davis Cup quarterfinal. Nadal will face Germany's Philipp Kohlschreiber in Valencia on the Spaniard's favorite clay surface. The 16-time Grand Slam winner has been sidelined since retiring with a hip problem against Marin Cilic in his Melbourne quarterfinal. The 30-year-old has not lost to a Davis Cup singles match since a debut defeat by Jiří Novák of the Czech Republic in 2004. Motorsports now, and Formula One champion Lewis Hamilton says he will not be rushed into signing what he has described as the most important contract of his career at Mercedes. Hamilton's expected deal from 2019 to stay at Formula One champions is yet to be concluded, despite optimism from both parties during pre-season that it could even be settled before the first race of the season. The deal is expected to be a multi-year term until at least the end of 2020. And that's it on Sports News from tonight. I'm Barong Tony Aranta and Gimba. We'll be back with a wrap.
An 18-year-old boy stabbed on Wednesday in Henke, London, has been identified as Israel Ogunshola, the son of a Nigerian. Ogunshola's death is coming just 10 days after Abraham Badru, son of a member of the House of Representatives, Eniton Badru, was shot dead in the UK. Paramedics and staff from the London Air Ambulance attempted to save his life, but he was pronounced dead at the scene less than 30 minutes later. The victim's father, Dele Ogunshola, says that his son was just cycling to meet friends when he was killed. He describes the computer programming student as an academically brilliant student. At least 6 Nigerians have been killed in different attacks in London, while Ogunshola is said to be the 21st person below 25 years old to die from knife or gun crime in London this year. 2 boys, aged 17, have been arrested in relation to his death. Winner of Sierra Leone's rerun presidential election, Julius Maada Bio, has been sworn in as the country's new president. Bio was sworn in on Wednesday at the Radisson Hotel in Freetown, less than 2 hours after being declared winner of Saturday's vote. Under the country's constitution, the presidential vote winner must be sworn in on the same day as he is declared the victor.
Dressed in traditional white robe, Maada Bio was sworn in just before midnight at a hotel in the capital, Freetown, holding a Bible in the air, upon which he swore the oath of office to the chairs of supporters.
We have only one country, Sierra Leone, and we are all one people. My government will promote national unity, national cohesion, and disciplined leadership as the foundation. The dawn of a new era. The people of this great nation have voted for change in a new direction. We are honored and privileged to serve the new government of Sierra Leone.
Swearing-in ceremonies normally take place in the State House, but Bio broke the tradition, holding it in a major hotel shortly after the National Electoral Commission announced he won 51.81% of votes cast in the March 31st runoff. The ruling All People's Congress candidate Samura Kamara got 48.19%. Supporters celebrated, saying they have been liberated.
I'm the happiest man on earth. I've suffered for 10 years. Oh, yes. Bada Bio is the right candidate for Shani.
Wonderful, great, bigger than every other thing. This nation has come out of slavery. We have been in bondage for the past 10 years.
But Samura Kamara, the candidate who lost in the election, is not happy with the outcome, as he plans to contest the results in court anytime soon.
As a party and in your interest, we firmly hold the view that those results do not reflect the many concerns raised by the party about the massive ballot stuffing, overvoting, fraudulent voter registers, and other electoral irregularities.
Maja Bio, who briefly ruled Sierra Leone as head of the military junta in 1996, will replace outgoing President Ernest Bai Koroma, who could not seek re-election due to the term limits.
And the main news again. President Muhammadu Buhari today refuted allegations of religious bias by his administration. The president also insisted that his appointments of government officials is based on merit. Also today, opposition People's Democratic Party, the PDP, asked Nigerians to reject President Buhari's approval of $1 billion for military equipment as Chief of Army Staff promises judicious use of funds. And 2 teenagers were today arrested for the murder of a Nigerian boy, Israel Ogunshola, in London. And that's how it's been on the News at 10 tonight. I want to thank you so much indeed for being a part of it. On behalf of all of us here, have a splendid night rest. Good night.